Alright everybody, today we have the MESHNOLOGY N37E. Today I'm going to show you what comes in the package when you order it, give you some key details about what comes in the package, and what makes it different from the N37 itself. So, of course, we have the battery, which is the MESHNOLOGY 3000 mAh battery, which with the N20 or the NRF 52840, I believe it is, this bad boy will last quite a while. And just the N37, it'll last up to a week. But because of the type of screen that the N37E has, it will last probably about a week and a half if you're not actually doing too much on it and you just have it on you for emergency purposes or stuff like that. So go ahead and put this off to the side. Go ahead and jump into the case, that way I can sit for a little while on the board and tell you its key features. Of course, in the case, you get their buttons and screws, which, as always, MESHNOLOGY definitely sends you a couple extra of these little screws, a couple extra the little square guys in there that you screw into, and it sends you their buttons, their joystick. And absolutely, I love this case. This is almost like a pager type feature. This thing is absolutely awesome. Just like the other one, very sturdy. Very sturdy. You can bend on it and drop it, bang it around. It's not breaking. So if it falls out of your book bag or your pocket or anything, you're pretty safe to not have to worry about it breaking or anything like that on you. I'm going to show you something that I think is really pretty neat. When you have the antenna on it, which it'll go right there, when you're not using it or anything, you can fold that antenna in, and it's pretty discreet, so you can slide it pretty much even into your back pocket if you need it to. That's one of my favorite things about this case and the way it's set up. Open it up. Right in here, this is where your screen and your battery and everything is going to go. It's pretty spacious. Very spacious, actually. I'm guessing right here is probably where your GPS and everything's going to go, because that looks about perfect size for that little guy. Sweet little case. Absolutely love this. I can't wait to do the putting together assembly video, because to have this sitting on my desk and making it so I can grab it and use it whenever I need, it's going to be super exciting. Then right here you have your screen protector, which once you put your screen in there, you put this over it, and then this right here will click down over and fits down inside there, so it gives it a more finished type look, and it protects it for you, so you're not going to have to worry about anything actually hurting your screen. Which, here's the screen you get. This screen is a 2.13 e-ink display. This thing is absolutely awesome. I was reading about it, and actually the brighter it gets outside, the clearer this is for you to be able to read. When it comes to power capabilities, this is going to be what saves your power tremendously. It only ever uses power when a new text or a new screen, like, it changes. There is absolutely zero power being used while it just holds the picture that it already has. So say it says something on there, it can say that same thing on there all day long, and it's not taking any more power how, you know, a normal screen would. It doesn't change or take power at all unless it changes the text or display. So it's one of my favorite things about these screens, and this is going to be the first device that I have that has one of these screens, so I'm very excited to get to check it out. And it also comes with the ribbon. There's a piece in here, which it's inside here, that it connects your ribbon from your display to this ribbon, which in turn, here I'll show you. Let me put this case up. Go ahead and open this up for you. Which this is the main board. And then your little baggie that has your antenna pigtails. It has your GPS antenna. 2 different size pigtails actually, just like the other kit. And then it has, it looks like a power adapter for maybe a battery that has a different size. Can go into and fit into that bad boy. But right here, they have the adapter. Oop, it's stuck to that. And one side will go in here. This other side will go in here. And then, so I don't mess anything up, this will then in turn go into this side right here. And that's how your display will go. Get these off to the side a little. Of course, this antenna, which is a ceramic active antenna, this goes to the L76K, which this little antenna, this little guy is a beast. It goes off, it lists multiple global satellite networks at the same time. This has US network, it has Chinese network, Russian's network, Japanese regional systems network. And instead of waiting for, you know, 3 or 4 US satellites, it can actually grab from 10 to 20, which makes for a faster lock. So, you know, if you're in a deep wooded area or a canyon or anything like that, it's actually going to lock a lot faster than other GPS modules would, which is, for certain situations, a very handy, you know, maybe a search and rescue type situation, or you're out hiking, you need to be able to communicate. You could be hiking in a canyon or just anything. This little L76K is a very, very capable GPS module. Here we have the LoRa module, which the LoRa module it uses is the SX1262. Which can go from 150 to 960 megahertz frequency wise. Its max output is plus 22 dBm. Receiver sensitivity down to negative 148 dBm. It has a built-in regulator that cuts off power consumption in half compared to, you know, the old chips. I think it was the SX1276, I think is the older one. In case of attaching broken antenna or setting too aggressively, repeat heavy traffic, it has a modern internal thermal protection prevention transmitter from burning itself out. So, sorry, I kind of stumbled them words up a little bit. But it can keep itself from burning itself out. It has protection inside of it, which is very handy. Very, very handy. You go to accidentally plug up a bad antenna and you burn that out, and that's just going to be a very, very bad day. You don't even get to even use your device yet, so they're definitely looking out for you there. So you can't beat that. The SX1276 draws around 10 to 12 mAh, where this only draws around, 4 to 5 mAh, so that's going to save you on battery too. So that's a very, very, very handy. I love this little board. Definitely, when it comes to saving power too, a lot of them are built off of the ESP32. This one is based off the NRF 52840, which is highly energy efficient. So this little guy is going to last you a very, very long time compared to ESP32. ESP32 on a 3000 mAh battery may last, 3 days or so. This is going to probably last you 7 days or more. So very, very, very energy efficient. So it does not have Wi-Fi. So in order to hook up to your laptop on the website or to use your phone with the app, it's going to have to be hooked up Bluetooth wise, which that's okay. If you're most of the time you're using either your phone or your laptop anyways, so Bluetooth is how you're going to be using it anyways. From previous experience though, I have the Rack Wise block, and it doesn't have, it's based off of the NRF 52840 or 02. So I'm still able to use the MQTT. I just use the Wi-Fi based off my phone, and it still lets me use that capability. So I've yet to try it on this, but I'm sure you probably could because it's based off the same chip. This little guy is amazing. Right here, this is your buzzer. This is what, when you're clicking or you're using the dual joystick, this is what's going to be making your noise. Right here is where you hook up your battery. Right here, that little bitty guy. Don't get this messed up either. Let me get something so I can actually point at it for you. This right here, that is for your GPS. Let me get up closer so it can zoom. Yeah, that right there, it says GNSS. That's for your GPS. And over here, this is for your actual LoRa antenna. So this little square goes to right there. These pigtails, that's what goes to right there. So do not get that messed up. On your front side, you have your Type-C charger, your on and off switch, your reset button, which is such a satisfying sound. I love that click. Right here, this is on the MESHNOLOGY N37. This is where their other screen clicks in. This side right here, this is where you're going to be plugging in your ribbon for your ink display. I hate that word. Right here is your Grove. This is where you're going to be able to click in different modules like temperature or air sensor modules or all those different modules. This goes right here. And then the coolest thing, one of the coolest things about this is you can actually hook up a solar panel to it. So if you want it to be a repeater or you want it to be, just an outdoor type node, right here you can plug in your solar panel to it and just let it rock on by itself. Which I actually really, really want to try that, because with it already having the size battery that it has and it being NRF based, with a solar panel, this bad boy probably has no issue at all ever powering itself. So right here is its joystick. This is your directional joystick, up, down, left, right, and clicks in. This little guy right here is your menu button. it's just all in all a very, very capable piece of machinery here. I love it. I cannot wait to get to the assembly video because this little guy is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful node. Like, just to show you guys again. The design of that, the capability, the hand, it almost reminds me of not only a pager, but it has like a little game type of a feel to it. I'm really comfortable holding it. I really like this. And it fits perfectly into a pocket. I know you guys couldn't see me put it in my pocket, but very, very capable, very nice, very mobile piece of tech here. So my next video, I will be showing you guys how to assemble it and put it all together. And then I'll probably do another video after that showing you how to get it working with your existing mesh and get her working and sending messages. So can't wait to see you guys in the next one.